Alright guys, welcome back. We are just doing a quick test. I accidentally recorded without having my microphone on, so that's a bummer. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to watch the video and then talk over it, and hopefully everything works out. So we're here. We're going to do this tabletop game with these guys. So we have Mom made Rufus stop drinking that brand of soda after he didn't sleep for 4 days and started yammering about putting our cat in a box to see if it was alive or not. Just like Schrodinger's cat. Rufus sounds like a pretty cool kid. Hi, I'm Betsy. Hi, I'm Buddy. Are you the cemetery caretaker? Because we're still looking for him. Although we know it's not him, we know it's Jeff. So, how do you like this game? It's pretty good. I prefer the science fiction version though. What's that like? It's real interesting. It has vehicles that move without horses and guns that fire more than once before reloading. Whoa, that sounds really IMBA. Can you imagine? Vehicles without horses moving? Maybe it's a steam engine. Who knows? He's also talking about Warhammer 40k, just to be clear. Everyone should play that. It's fun. I'm a Tyranid. I like the Tyranids. I also like the Eldar. But that's not this game. We are playing cows versus humans, and we don't want the cows to win. However, we do have to play on the cow side, so let's see. How'd you get into this? I was in the actual war, made it out with only a few scars and a limp, fortunately, on account of I spent the whole thing hiding in a cave. When I heard about reenactments, I signed up to find out what I missed. That's probably not a whole lot of what you missed. Yeah, better snacks for one. Coward. Traitor. Are you the cemetery caretaker? No! I'm a dedicated, unemployed layabout. Then where did you get the money to buy expensive wargaming miniatures? Grift. That is not a guy I want to be friends with. This guy is excitedly and repeatedly describing his favorite kinetoscope reel. Hi, I'm Betsy. Howdy, I'm Ernie. Well, actually, let's see. Are you the cemetery caretaker? Nope, not me. I'm an emergency telegraph operator. Doesn't that mean you should be at your listening post? It's alright, I have my portable. How? How can that work? Telegraphs have to be connected to wires, so people can tap it out, right? Like, this guy seems like not the right person for this job. Emergency telegraphing is important. People probably got attacked by cows. But whatever. What's this kinetoscope reel you're talking about? Oh man, you haven't seen the Dixon experimental sound film yet? It's amazing! What's it about? Well, there's two guys dancing while a third guy plays a violin into a huge cone. You can actually hear the violin. It's so great. And then a fourth guy walks in. What does he do? Nothing. That's where it ends. Sounds pretty avant-garde. Yeah, I'm glad we have sound now. Although it works better when you hit record, or have your microphone plugged in. How's the game going? Pretty good. We're on a real winning streak. If we'd been in charge of the army when the real war happened, things might have gone a lot differently. Probably the real war was a lot more unbalanced in terms of unit allotment. Good point. This guy is eating chips like they're going out of style. Wait, he's a nerd. Nerds don't care about what's in style. Oh my gosh, I definitely thought that was an abacus and that, like, this guy was charting, like, the odds of who's gonna win or something like that, like more statistics. I did not think that was a bag of chips. You can't even see it. Like, his hand's going through it. Does not look like chips. Oh well. That's okay. That's what the game does. Okay. Hi, I'm Betsy. Hiya, I'm Jeff. Ah, Jeff, we found him. Are you the cemetery caretaker? Yeah, that's me. Did one of the guys tell you? I try to keep it hush because people assume you're a weirdo if you work in a graveyard. I'm actually here to tell you to get back to work because skeletons are wandering out of the place and causing trouble for the neighbors. Aw, nuts. Alright, well, look, I'm on a winning streak here. I'll go back once it's over, okay? And I don't have it for intimidation, which is a bummer. It'd be nice to just get him to go home. So I think what we have to do is just beat him a lot in the game. So let's see if we can do that. So we're going to join the cow side, play their little game. They have weird dice. Maybe that means they're 12-sided. What's weird dice? Which battle would you like to recreate? So there are a lot here yet. It tells you which are not won, so that's good. And I haven't done any of this, obviously. You guys have been watching, and you know that. Perhaps like and subscribe. Okay, so I like to do the early one. Now, when I was doing this, I didn't realize that the cow structure, yep, that one, was on our side. Because it's really hard to tell what's a friendly and what's not. Now, it totally makes sense that it should be friendly because we are the cow side and it has horns. So yeah, I get that, but I didn't realize that at the time. So, makes sense because I can't smite it, obviously, because it's my friendly. So I should have thought better about that, but that's okay. The Bovermind, that's me. I play as that character. And these guys just give me 1 AP to the Bovermind every time. So that's really good, because then I'm able to keep using my smite and destroy my hell missile. Now, this first time, I didn't do great. They beat me. They beat me hard. But that's okay, because I figured it out, and I came back, and I triumphed. So, I'm probably just going to skip ahead. We are going to just ignore this fight, as we were figuring it out aimlessly. And, yeah, okay, so we'll be right back. Geez, when's the last time you played this? Do you need a rules reference card? Grr. Quit playing. So I did take a break, just for a moment, because I wanted to be sad that I lost. But then I was like, you know what? No, we're going to do this. And so this is me actually winning. So yay, go me. So what I think is happening is they attack in their line. So these guys in the back here are going to attack the wall, the bovine wall thing. And the ranged guy is going to attack my alts here. And that's okay, because they can just be little meat shields and survive. I'm the only one who has to survive in this, is the Bovermind. So taking out the melee guys first was the better option. And also, because I took out that melee guy in the back, my wall was able to survive another turn, and so that was really helpful. So yes, this went much better the second time. And yeah, both my little friends there passed on, but that is okay because I'm the only one who needed to make it out alive. So yes, it's very good. I really love these casters that just give me AP. They're great. And of course, we take out the sheriff. We didn't hit him as hard, which was very interesting. Because, you know, muscle, but I guess I'm not attacking with muscle, I'm attacking with mysticality. And he's got a counter to that. But I was able to heal myself, because these ladies gave me some action points, which was good. And then healing doesn't end your turn, and so you're able to heal and attack on the same turn. So that's really what saved me here. Yay! Taking him out. I didn't have to heal that second time, but I felt like I should. And so there we are. You've prevailed! That's right. That's right, I did. We're definitely going to leave while we are ahead. But I think we're going to have to come back and finish all of those games so we can get Jeff back to the graveyard. So I decided to go to the Kellogg Ranch, I believe. Or no, did I go to Reboot Hill? Yeah, we went to Reboot Hill. Because it just sounds amazing, and everyone should go to Tombstone. You pass a pile of old bones. When you stop to examine them, they reassemble into a skeleton. Just a regular old skeleton with nothing special about it, except for the fact that it's attacking you. And now that I think about it, even that isn't particularly special. Gee, what a humdrum encounter. No, we get attacked by all of the skeletons. It's not special at all. However, this guy, he's got some health, man. Look at that, 109. But I am a cow puncher, and luckily for me, punching also takes out skeletons. So there we are. Yes, we got a bunch of teeth and some bones. I actually found a use for those. Those are going to come in handy later. I love these trees. They are just so appropriately creepy. I love them so much. Don't worry, it's just paint. Not blood. So that's good. And yeah, there's this nice long walk down here. I love these cartwheels. I'm pretty impressive, actually, doing cartwheels. rolling around on the floor. I don't do that naturally. There's a keyhole in the trunk of this tree, so we are going to have to remember to come back and check on this tree later. And of course, there's nothing else in anything else, because why would there be? So we go into the back, and then there's this lady. Now, I'm actually going to make some notes here while we're talking to her. You see the ghost of an elderly lady holding flowers. She seems lost and depressed, above and beyond what's expected for a ghost. Howdy, ma'am. Is there something I can help you with? Oh, it's so awful. I can't remember. I can't remember it all. Let's start at the beginning, okay? Well, you see, I had 4 daughters. They married 4 brothers, the Smith sons, and after that, they each had 5 daughters of their own. Unfortunately, I outlived every one of my 24 granddaughters. That's so sad. You know you're a ghost, right? Poor old lady. She doesn't remember things, and that's sad for her. Oh, yes. In fact, I died here in this graveyard where they're all buried. I came to visit them, and I suppose my poor old heart finally gave out. That's not the problem, though. 95 years is a pretty good run, after all. So, what did you forget? I brought this bouquet of flowers to put on my favorite granddaughter's grave, but I can't remember which of them was my favorite. I'm so ashamed, and I can't bear to leave until I've remembered. I see. Maybe I can help you figure it out. Oh, thank you. I'd appreciate that so much. That's messed up. Okay, she should not have a favorite granddaughter. She just shouldn't. She should love them all equally. She's got a bouquet of flowers. She can give everybody one. Like, not cool. No problem, ma'am. Can you remember anything about your granddaughter? Well, I'm quite certain her first name ended in a vowel. Okay, good. Got the vowel. Anything else? I remember I was 40 when she was born. Oh no, 37. Or was it 42? It must have been somewhere in that range at least. So we've got 37 to 42, Grandma's age. So that is good to remember. Now, she was born in 1900. So that means that she should have been born between 1937 and 1942. Anything else? Oh, her first name is longer than her last. Just like mine. Okie dokie. Anything else? I remember that she wasn't buried next to any of my daughters. Oh. She sniffles a little. She passed at the same age as poor Becky, who is always in such ill health. Oh, her favorite hobby was knitting. She knit me a lovely sweater for Crimbo just the year before she died. Oh, knitting. She likes knitting. So we got Pamela. There's penultimate Becky. There is a Becky. So when I did this the first time, first of all, there are like 5 Beckys. But I didn't pay attention to the fact that the whole first name longer than the last name, or I thought she was supposed to be buried next to a Becky. So I messed that up. So I was thinking maybe it was Fiona, but Fiona doesn't work because, you know, Fiona is 5 and Becky is, and Smith is 5. So we've got all these people. I am going to come back and do this a little bit later. It's pretty insane. So we attempted to try Patricia because I wasn't thinking about it or any of the rules. I forgot to write them down. Patricia was wrong. And so now we have to come back like a day later. So that we can try again, because she's so distraught that we picked the wrong name that yeah, she's too sad to talk to us. So we'll have to come back next. So we will have to rest, and that's okay because I want to reset my stomach items anyway. So, and then Rebecca is the grandma. So we have wise old Jed Marmot. This time the bar ate him. The ground is reasonably soft. So we found a Marmot skin cap. Yes. Unfortunately, it's pistol damage, and so we're not going to be able to use that because I don't have a need for pistol damage as I punch things. Yeah, there's Grandma. So Rebecca Smith. So now we know her name and the year she was born and all of that. So that helps a lot for figuring out that puzzle. So we're going to go back and work on that later. I'm going to probably do that on my own and just show up and fix it for you guys. Peggy Immortal. Kind of ironic because she didn't. Big Bob Hurlingham, gone to the big pie eating contest in the sky. The ground here seems reasonably soft. Okay. Tripe pie. This is a pie crust filled with intestines. It just goes to show one man's nightmare garbage is another man's dinner. Oh my gosh, that's disgusting. Like, first of all, intestines, gross. Second of all, this has been in the ground. Like, I know I will put my hand in a spittoon, but I am not going to eat food that is rotting. Like, I'm not. Snidely Crandlesworth. It's, 1800 to 1700. He's sort of like a Benjamin Button kind of thing. Oh my gosh, do you see those skeletons freaking out? They're freaking out. Look at them. Annette Centabomb tried to eat her way out of a bear. That's gross. Like, that's really gross. Clean Willie Hinks really is going to hate this burial thing. Is it covered in dirt? Probably. Bummer for him. Buck Jeansley. Nobody ever saw a man die that way before. Oh. Looks like there's a whole gang buried here. Yeah, and they're losing their minds. So we are going to give this a try. There are a couple of things to think about here. So there's a guy in the back without a head, which is pretty cool. But the guy in the middle is clearly ranged. The two in the front are melee, and the two in the back are actually casters. Oh, it's the Sweet family. That's fun. I feel like that's going to come in at some point later. I don't remember, but... So yeah, I was able to punch that guy. And Gary made a tiny Gary, of course, because that's his job. Unfortunately, Tiny Gary died right away, and so did Gary, actually. So this fight did not turn out the way that we wanted it to. Yeah, so I want to take out the caster in the back because I don't want him to heal. But they're only doing +3 stats to everybody, so I'm not entirely sure he was the one worth taking out. That guy with the gun is going to one-shot me. No, I'm wrong. He didn't. But the two of them together, they do quite a lot of damage. And I don't have an old 1, 2, 3 again, which means I have to now attack them one at a time. And so, not one at a time, but like one hit at a time, and I can't do that much damage. So this fight did not go well. But that's okay, you know, we sometimes you lose them, and that's all right. Excalibur does a good job, though. Look at him. Stabbing stuff. Being stabby. Yeah. Sad. But now we're just a little angry. And we're at 3 now. Victory would have been sweet, but defeat is bitter. So we got now we are at level 3 of angry, and so that's actually giving us +9 to everything, which is pretty great. But I did not feel that this went well, so I'm not going to try again at this point. I love how high my muscle is, though, 46, which is awesome. Nothing else is really that great. So. And I would like to upgrade my lockpicking. I'm not sure how to make that better. We haven't had to pick any locks in a while, so... But I really would like to get that sword or whatever is in that tomb back there. So we'll definitely have to come back and do this another time. All right, so we are attempting to not redo the fight in Reboot Hill. And so now we're going to go to the Kellogg Ranch. It's a pretty long trek, but we can make it. You notice a black spot at the base of the mountains to the east. You feel compelled to go investigate. Madness Maw Mine. That's cool, but I do not feel like going there right now. So we're going to just keep going on our way, compelled or not. And look at this. We found a main building, Kellogg's office, and there's rules. It is a draconian fitness rules the guests of the sanatorium had to adhere to. Oh, okay. Weigh yourself. It's a scale. It's like a ruler, but for weight. That's good. According to the scale, you weigh 8 stone. You don't know how to use this scale correctly. I think a stone is 14 pounds. So 8 times 14, whatever that is. Years worth of height and weight recordings for the ranch customers. It is the most boring book you've ever read in its entirety. Yeah, I cannot believe I just stood there reading that. There's no way. There's no way. I saw like a page worth and was like, okay, I know what this is. I'm done. It's a big ruler. It's like a scale, but for height. According to this ruler, you are 9 liggins and 1 horses tall. You don't know how to use this ruler. A horse is really tall, so yeah. Yeah, really tall. Kitchen! It's a combination grain shifter, flour mill, who knows what. Its grain hoppers are completely empty. Okay, so we gotta get some grain. The label on this thing says dough press. There's a large oven. It doesn't have a door, just a wide slot. Is this like for making pizza? I'd like to make pizza. Okay, we got a dormitory. Just keep calm and enjoy nothing. Aw. There's a skeleton on this bed, and it's wearing metal pants. Take them. I mean, obviously. Chastity pants? These pants are optimally designed for preventing access to their contents. -5 moxie. Why would anyone wear those? Nobody wants to get rid of their moxie. There's a scrap of paper under the pillow. Read it. It's a torn out part of a diary page. Supposed to achieve purity of glands, but I can't stand sleeping in those pants. They're so noisy, especially when I probably roll around. Moving around too much. It's a locker. See, all of these take lockpicking 3. And I've had lockpicking this whole time, and it hasn't leveled much, so... Empty bed, empty bed. It's covered in bones. Yeah, why not? That guy doesn't need them anymore. May as well take the bones. Kellogg's office. Oh, there's a dude. Okay, but let's start over here with this chart. Grotesque anatomical chart. They've got the spleen mixed up with the liver. Okay. Oh, it's the ape skeleton from the petting cemetery. All right, we definitely have to go back there. They need that. Of course they do. There sure are a lot of books about enemas on this shelf. Oh, no. Mostly medical journals and Bibles, and some old National Geographics. National Geographics are fun. I didn't realize they were around that long. Whoa! Hello. Hello. So you're a ghost, huh? Yes, and it appears so. And alas, without me here to instruct them in my regime of purity, all my patients have fled. That's probably not exactly why. They're likely out ravaging the countryside in their own bodies. One cannot have purity of soul without purity of body, you know. What's this whole purity kick about, anyway? My threefold path to the elimination of corrupting influences. Would you like to hear about it? Sure, lay it on me. The first step I call purity of the glands. One must rid oneself of all romantic and sexual desires, and cease any self-polluting activities. Like what, smoking cigars? Well, yes, but I'm speaking more of, you know, nighttime activities. Alone. What? Anyway, that's the first step. Okay, what's the second step? The second step is purity of guts. This is accomplished through frequent water enemas. Yikes! And the consumption of wholesome and nutritious grain flakes, manufactured through my personal, scientifically developed recipe. What makes them any different from other breakfast cereals? Did you not hear me? The recipe is scientifically developed. Yeah, I bet they're great. Bran flakes. Grain flakes. Gross. Alright, what's the third step then? The final step is purity of muscles. I've developed an extensive exercise regime featuring several workout machines that I have invented myself. Neat. And all of this together, what was it? My regime eliminates corrupting influences from the body, thus purifying the body, mind, and soul. And that sounds like a good result to shoot for. And it works? It certainly does. Why, just look at me. You're dead. Only coincidentally. Yes, so clearly it worked. Uh-huh. Right. Okie dokie. Well, I don't want to do any of those things. Certainly not the food one. Although food back then might not have been the best anyway, so... It's the Stretchmaster 4000! Insert your limbs. Let's do it! It looks like a Bowflex. You strap yourself into the machine and allow it to inflict... Ow, 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 it hurts. It hurts! Yep, the machine pulled too hard, which yanked one of my shoulders out of its socket. It's the lung flex! Suck on the blast hole! That would be a no. We're not doing that. It's the vibromatic skeletal agitator. Strap yourself in. I was really willing to do all these things too, except the other one. That one. I'm not doing that one. All right, we got to... Nope, the barn. Can't do the barn. We can harvest, though. We got some agave nectar, and we leveled up the old 1, 2, 3, which is great. That should hit harder now, which is awesome. I was hoping that we would be able to see that, but I didn't end up fighting anymore, so that's okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, we gotta go to the pet cemetery. So we gotta take back the ape skeleton. You find a rectangular hole roughly 3 feet wide by 6 feet wide and 6 feet deep. It's either a grave or the future site of half of an in-ground hot tub. Jump in and see what you find. Why not? We got bone chips and some burial whiskey. So that's good. I definitely don't think I'm doing enough with my food. I feel like I'm supposed to be sleeping, and like I'm not, because I've got good food and I don't want to have to buy more hot dogs. Okay, so we got to find out where the ape was. Pack rat, buffalo, and the ape. But yeah, I can't put it here. I thought I could just put it back. But I guess I have to give it to I have to give it to the ticket guy. So we're gonna head back out, talk to the ticket guy. What can I do for you, miss? I noticed your ape missing. Yes, that ridiculous fool Kellogg stole it to use for anatomy lessons. I tried to tell him it's stupid to use an ape skeleton to teach human anatomy, especially when there's plenty of actual human skeletons out there in the desert for free. He just wouldn't hear it, though. Listen, I'll give you 50 meat to go and steal it back from him. All right, let's do it. Lucky for you, I've already taken it, so yay. Wonderful. He's just down south of here. Alrighty, friend. Any luck recovering my ape skeleton? Yep, here it is. Thanks. So we got 50 meat, so that's good. And we leveled up our muscle, so we always need more muscle. So let's go find the pack rat. Yeah, some damn fool hippies stole it. No idea what they wanted it for. There's a reward for anyone who recovers it. Okay. Ooh, the Fort of Darkness. Hippies at the Fort of Darkness. Maybe they're cultists. Maybe they're not hippies. Maybe you just mistake them for that because they smelled like sage or something. Fort of Darkness. All right, let's go. Looks like someone left their campfire burning. That's dangerous. On closer inspection, it turns out to be a nest of fire snakes. That's still pretty dangerous. Yeah. Fire snakes. That would be terrifying. Can you imagine what the desert would be like if it was always on fire because of the snakes? These guys do not have a lot of health. I mean, they have enough, but Gary might be able to take him out. Can you do it, Gary? Can you? Come on, Gary. You have one job. 2 jobs. Your job is to be a meat shield and to kill that snake. But no! It's fine, I got this. They can't hit me. I don't know why they can hit Gary so easily, but they can't hit me, so it's all good. We're gonna do this here fight. Yeah! I like that we're doing stench damage because of Belch Caliber. It's pretty phenomenal, actually. Yeah, their muscle's only 21, and my muscle is 40-something, and so that's why they can't hit me, because their muscle's less than mine. Like, so far less than mine. Poor snakes. Poor little snaky snakes. I would totally have a pet fire snake. They'd probably hit harder than Gary. And we got a fire moccasin skin, which is great. So it's going to put 20 hot resistance on our hat. Which is really good because any kind of resistance is always a good thing in games like this. We're going to put that on our hat real quick, even though I'm not sure how you put a headband on a headband, but that is not the point. You burn your hands putting the hat band on your hat, but once you put it on your hat, once you put your hat back on, you don't notice it much, so it works. That's good. So now I have a really nice hat. Like, this is a sweet hat. All right, so we're going to go in here. They put flowers in the cannons. Oh my goodness. Do you guys see these guys? Do you see them? Oh, he just looks so out of it. This guy seems to be in a daze, looking around uncomprehendingly at the boots and cobbler's tools around him. Hi there. There's some pretty cool boots you've made. Are they for sale? Huh? Oh, no. I mean, I'd like to sell them to you, but they aren't mine. You didn't make them? It's funny how everyone assumes that, but no. These were all made by elves. Elves? Like the shoemaker elves? I don't feel like that's accurate. I think this guy's just stoned. Huh? I haven't made a pair of boots myself in, oh, I don't know, like a year? Years? Something. These elves keep making them, though. I don't know why. Weird. It's very weird. Pretty sure it's not the elves. Just saying. Sorry, bro. Okie dokie. You should open up a boot store. Huh? A store to sell your boots in. They're not mine, though. They're... Right, elves. Got it. But the elves can't make them for just fun, right? I think they're making them so you can sell them. Oh, huh. Yeah, that makes sense. There's a town called Dirtwater. You could open a really nice shop there. That's a pretty long trip. Yeah, yeah. But it'd be dangerous. I'd be worried the elves wouldn't make it, you know? Okie dokie. Well, I guess I'll let you know if I think of anything. He could make it. Like, I can take him. And the elves would show up. It would, like, they can figure it out. They're smart. They're smart elves. That's okay. This young lady is dressed in fancy, expensive traveling clothes, though hardware was made with them dirty and ragged. Also, her pupils are about the size of teacups. Wow, hi! A new face. My name's, one sec, Irene. She giggles. Everyone here just calls me Mushrooms, so I forget sometimes. Howdy, Irene. I'm Betsy. What's your story? Oh, not much to tell. I was hitchhiking to Fresco a few months back, but I stopped here and never got around to continuing, you know? We're like a big happy family here, and everyone's so nice and appreciative of how I know so much about mushrooms. Wonder how she learned about the mushrooms. They're not something you find in the desert, so, you know, botany in this game. That's okay. Mushrooms? Uh-huh. They're good for all kinds of things if you know which ones to pick. If you want, I can sell you a few of my favorites. I have a spare pair of mushroom pliers too, if you want to pick your own. I'm always for picking my own. And oh my gosh, a mushroom is 1,000 meat, so we're not going to do that. But I will buy the pliers because we have a surplus of meat at the moment. And I always like being able to do things myself. So we have those. Here you go. I'd share the location of my secret mushroom hunting cave with you, but I lost my knapsack with my map in it, and I don't think I could explain how to get there just in, like, words. Good luck, though. This is good. I think the mushrooms will be helpful for Gary, so perhaps he can eat them and power her up or something. So we definitely want to try and find some mushrooms. And her knapsack. Alright, we got this other tent here. I like this girl. Look at her dancing in a bone pile. Woo! She is dancing to her own drums or something. Oh, and the rat. We definitely need the pack rat because that's why we're here. She is too preoccupied with the contents of her head to notice. Hi, I'm Betsy. Teeth, teeth, teeth. Clavicle, femur, teeth. This girl has a problem. Wow, okay. Give her some bones. You hand her an armload of bones. And she makes a bone sword. Nice. Which is half of the things a sword ought to be. Blunt and scary. Deals spooky damage instead of physical. So that's nice. And it does have a lot more damage than mine. Not a lot, but it's got more damage than mine, so we might change it up. You hand her an armload of bones, and she starts mechanically picking through them, selecting some and discarding others based on criteria you cannot discern. Eventually, she's got 2 piles, and she does wire them together. Neat! Okay, so we gave her some bone chips. You hand her some bone chips, and she stops muttering. Her eyes seem to focus a little, and she takes some glue out of her toolbox and presses the chips into a ring. We got a bone chip ring. It gives you more random encounters with skeletons, so that's cool, but not a thing that we need, so we're not going to worry about that. Probably not going to put that on. And she's back to muttering, so nice, thank you. So we're going to give her bones again, see if she gives us anything new. Unfortunately, she didn't. She just gave us another sword, but that's okay. And we got to come back and give her some gold teeth, so we're going to keep an eye out for that. So the bone sword, spooky instead of physical, which is good. It's 13 to 17, but Belch Excalibur is 12 to 15, so it would be nice to have that little bit of extra damage. But the 6 muscle on here, I think, is worth it. I think the 6 muscle is giving us more than what that little bit of extra damage would do. So I'm just going to keep on Belch Excalibur. Plus, I mean, I worked hard to get that. Hi, I'm Betsy. Salutations, Betsy. They call me the Talkin' Dude because of my extensive knowledge of the principles of philosophy and the arguments and conundrums surrounding its various aspects and interpretations. Yeah, that's not why they call him the Talking Dude. I bet that's not why they call you that. Can I interest you in a discussion of the particulars of Kurtzian philosophy, Betsy? No, I'm good. I don't need to talk to this guy. Plus, I've got, the Kurtz hat, so we're good. Oh, there's a lady. So this is fun. This woman is rocking back and forth, making sounds as she rapidly flips her fingers with her, or lips with her fingers. Or hi. Those are raspberries. That's what I'm calling them. She needs this jaw harp. I'm so excited we found this for her. What is this? It's a kind of musical instrument. You bite the narrow part and then, well, basically just do what you've been doing. She gives it a few experimental twangs and bongs and then knocks out a sweet riff. Wow, this thing is like a revelation. Thanks. I feel like maybe I should take this show on the road. She absolutely should. Like, she's so into it. Everyone should have a jaw harp, I'm telling you. Maybe try the Jewel Saloon in Dirtwater. Sounds good to me. Thanks again. She leaves, plucking the twanger the whole way. So that's cool. So we are going to need to go back to Dirtwater and see what we've gotten there. I think we've got a couple of musicians. Hello. Hello. Yes. Hello. Yes. I'm Todd. Betsy, pleased to meet you. So what do you do around here, Todd? I'm a chemist. I've been researching the properties of some of the local mushrooms. Properties like what? Like how they get you totally wrecked. Uh-huh. Yeah, you need a chemist for that, Todd. We don't. Anybody can tell you that. Right. I'm kidding. They actually have a lot of interesting properties that could be a real boon to medicine. They may even hold a solution to many psychological disorders. Oh, well, that's pretty interesting. The fact that they also get you absolutely smashed is just a happy side effect. Woo! Good for you, Todd. If you have any Lactarius dirtihipica mushrooms, I can refine them into a more potent potable, i.e. a potion. No need to eat mushrooms, just take this potion. Oh, and I don't have any of those, so we will bring him back some mushrooms if we find some. So maybe the mushroom picking is not for Gary, maybe it's just for us. But, oh, look at those dance moves. Look at, we're wearing the same hat band. This record must be from a foreign country where music is much weirder. Look at, they're doing the worm. I can do the worm. This tall, muscular, bald man is leading his students in an aerobic workout routine. His voice is powerful, yet disconcertingly soft as he counts off 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Excuse me, what's going on here? Exercise. You must strengthen the body. If the body is weak, the mind cannot be strong. These two are one. Who are you? I'm Kurtz. My methods will usher in a new age of power and will. Can I exercise with you? I've got the same headband. Kurtz glances at your clothes. You do not have the proper attire. Before muscle comes skin. Before skin comes clothing. You look around and see, sure enough, everybody is wearing the same striped pants and fuzzy headband. Well, I do have the headband, so I'm halfway there. Also, nobody's wearing any pants, okay? Those people were all naked. Okay, cool. So we got a safe, which of course we can't open. A pile of military supplies. We got a new saber, which is not as good as ours. But it does give somebody who's doing the other, the ranged class some moxie, so that's good. Oh, and the last entry says she was buried in plot 420 at the military cemetery up north. So we are going to have to head back up to the military cemetery and check out 420. If you guys remember, they had between 1 and 999, and you just put in random numbers. And so, yeah, we'll come back to that. A bunch of military manuals. So we got cannon loading for idiots, which I'd love to be able to know how to do cannons because I feel like that could come in handy. So we're taking all of the supplies from these hippies because why not? And when I try to read the book, Cannon Loading for Idiots, it doesn't actually teach me anything. So this book is so rudimentary that it's insulting to your intelligence, even though you know almost nothing about loading cannons. It's a for dummies book. I see what they did there. Yeah. All right, and so that I think might be where we stopped. So thank you guys for watching. Next, we're going to take that pack rat back and see where that happens. So thank you so much. If you had a good time, please like and subscribe. And I hope you had a good time.